Good evening. I am Kimberly Clark, the PBL National Secretary, and I would like to welcome the 2016-17 FBLA and PBL officers to this call. Many thanks to Laura Morgan, the FBLA-PBL Communications Director, and Meredith Repick from the March of Dimes for being here with us. This call will describe FBLA-PBL's partnership with the March of Dimes and explain how you too can leave your legacy of leadership as you get involved with the March of Dimes. FBLA-PBL's partnership with the March of Dimes began in 19. Since then, we have grown to become the March of Dimes' largest youth fundraising partner, contributing over $15 million and counting. One of the 3 words on the FBLA-PBL crest. FBLA-PBL is proud to serve the March of Dimes and the many families it impacts. In fact, both FBLA and PBL recognizes the states that contribute the most to the March of Dimes on stage at the National Leadership Conference each summer. I will now turn this call over to Meredith Repick, the Director of Strategic Volunteer Partnerships for the March of Dimes.
Good evening, and thank you all for joining us tonight. I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedules to join us as we kick off our March for Babies campaign. I want to start with telling you a quick story of the Cease family. In October 2012, they were surprised to learn that they were expecting a baby. In November, they learned instead of 1 baby, they were expecting twins. Her pregnancy was considered high risk due to her age and expecting twins. She had a healthy pregnancy up until 26 weeks. At 26 weeks, her legs were swollen and she'd gained 10 pounds in a week. When she went to see her doctor immediately sent her to the hospital. She thought that she had preeclampsia. The doctors at the hospital thought she would deliver that day. 24 hours later, the preeclampsia diagnosis was confirmed. Every day I was able to hold off on the delivery was much better for the babies. Miraculously, my body and the babies decided to wait 5 whole days. At 27 weeks, 13 weeks early, Bennett and Mary Grace were born. Bennett weighed 2 pounds, 3 ounces and was 13.5 inches long. And Mary Grace weighed 1 pound, 11 ounces and was 11.5 inches long. Bennett was immediately put on a ventilator and Mary Grace was breathing on her own with the assistance of CPAP. Both babies received surfactant treatments. Surfactant is the substance that allows your lungs to inflate and deflate without sticking together. The March of Dimes funded the research and developed this life-saving treatment. Because of this treatment, Bennett and Mary Grace are thriving toddlers today, neither of whom have any breathing problems. In addition to developing the new drugs like the surfactant treatment to assist in the survival of these tiny babies, the March of Dimes' mission is to end premature births altogether. Their research includes the causes of premature births, including preeclampsia. With your help, in a few short years, preeclampsia will be a thing of the past, and all babies will be born full term. Our mission is very clear in our country. 1 in 10 babies are born too soon. In fact, premature birth is the #1 killer of babies. It brings fear and heartache to families, friends, and coworkers, putting their dreams of tomorrow on hold. Our goal is to drive down the number of early births and give more and more babies a fighting chance. You may have someone you love who had a premature baby. Maybe you know one of the babies that did not reach their first birthday, the 23,000 that will not reach their first birthday. Or maybe one of the 24,000 who are born stillborn each year. Maybe you know someone who had a baby that was born with a birth defect and you want to show your support. Our work is so important. Our mission is so big. It is so nice to have you all on the phone tonight, passionate about our cause. We need all of you to join in the fight against birth defects, premature birth, and infant loss. And March of Dimes is our biggest, March for Babies is our biggest weapon. Our March for Babies community of families and businesses and students come together to walk and to raise money. Join us to help more moms and families experience the joy of a healthy baby. I'm going to hand it over Actually, I'm not going to hand it over. Right now, I'd like to share with you just one of the ways March of Dimes is working to tackle this problem. The slide that is showing or may not be showing is our transdisciplinary approach to research. March of Dimes has launched the nation's first prematurity research centers dedicated to solving the mysteries of premature birth, one of the most significant health threats to mothers and babies everywhere. These 5 March of Dimes centers are pioneering a brand new way of doing team science, bringing together an unprecedented array of scientists dedicated solely to examining, identifying, and preventing the causes of premature birth. This effort is truly changing lives and making an impact. As our largest fundraiser nationwide, March for Babies, on my shirt, raised almost $90 million last year in 500 communities across the country, and it had 4 million participants, sponsors, and supporters. What began as Super Walk in 1970 later was named Walk America and is now the incredible March for Babies we know today. Let's make this year's event the best yet, and that starts with your experience from day one. We're here to help you and enjoy every minute of it. I'm going to hand it over to Vanessa.
Our fundraising goal is $500,000, and I know we can reach and even surpass that this year. You've taken a big first step by being on this call tonight, and your role is crucial. We can do this together. We are excited to share that we will be enhancing our walks across the country. At March for Babies, we will hope, remember, and celebrate together by bringing our mission to the forefront. These 3 areas of focus will be featured at all of our festival sites and along our walk routes. We will walk for hope for all families to have a healthy baby, to remember those families that have lost a child, and to celebrate all the babies that are born healthy and on time. We can't wait for you to see our new event experience.
I'm excited because each of you brings special reasons for being here, along with passion and determination to help babies and families. We will be the team leaders for the team. We are excited about this opportunity to lead FBLA-PBL to financial success, to help give all babies a fighting chance. This is our chance to make the future brighter for the next generation. And that's all the motivation we need. You will have access to a variety of resources to help your fundraising efforts, including marchforbabies.org. It's fast, easy, and will significantly impact your team's success. Everyone will have access to marchforbabies.org and our updated mobile app. Whether you have an iPhone or an Android, the app now has better functionality, and you will have your team's data at your fingertips. Simply download from the Apple App Store or Android Google Play Store and try it. If you have any questions, please reach out to Meredith for anything you may need.
Step 1, decide now. Decide to be a March for Babies team captain. That was easy, right? Step 2, recruit team members. Invite family, friends, chapter members, and neighbors to join your team. Step 3, raise funds. And don't worry, we'll show you how easy fundraising can be. And step 4, walk with us. Join us in April for an incredibly inspirational day. It's really easy. So begin with step 1 today. Become your team captain. We need you to become a team captain today.
Please use the Toolkit to help with your campaign. This toolkit walks you through all the steps to have a successful campaign and give you great ideas to implement at your school or campus. The toolkit is available to all FBLA-PBL chapters across the country. For more information, visit the FBLA-PBL March of Dimes page by going to FBLA-PBL.org and selecting March of Dimes under the Partners tab.
We are looking for team captains. We'd love for everyone to be a champion for babies, but we need your leadership to help us spread the word and this campaign. One of the best ways to raise awareness and tell everyone you know about your connection to the March of Dimes is through social media. With just a click, you can send out messages and photos to all your contacts. Once you have your selfie, please post online and change your profile picture. It's quick and very easy. We want everyone to tag your posts and photos with March for Babies to spread the word and the March of Dimes and everything you're doing to help families and babies. Your involvement will inspire others, and they'll see it right away through social media.
The vanity URL on the slide takes you right to the FBLA-PBL page you see here. You can see the chapters that have raised the most to date on the right-hand side of the screen, as well as the top walkers, and see how close you are to your overall goal with the thermometer in the middle of the screen. Please encourage members to sign up, step up, and help give all babies a healthy start. If they do not see their team name here on the site, they can create their own team, but please have FBLA-PBL listed and then the team name. For example, FBLA-PBL Cross County High School.
This slide shows a sample of the official donation form for turning in money. It is a form to make sure that funds are credited to FBLA-PBL. Management handbook, as well as on our website. Go to FBLA and select March of Dimes under the Partners tab.
I can do grants. Grants come back to FBLA and PBL. The March of Dimes grant is designated to identify and support innovative ideas and projects that enhance the growth, recognition, and support of FBLA and PBL and the March of Dimes partnership. Local chapters may receive grants up to $1,000, and state chapters can apply for grants up to $2,500. 10% of the money raised by FBLA and PBL chapters across the country comes back to FBLA and PBL so that we can raise more money and give more grants out to your chapters to enhance their fundraising efforts. The grant deadline is January 15th each year. We had several chapters apply this year, so thank you for doing that. You do have to have proof that your chapter or club did raise money for March for Babies or March of Dimes in the past 2 years in order to receive those funds. The next slide is talking about our incentives. We're very excited about our t-shirt incentive. This is a very simple incentive. For every $100 that you raise, you'll earn our official March for Babies 2017 t-shirt. It's very simple to do. Ask 10 friends for $10, ask 5 friends for $20. But these are really great tools for you. We really encourage and want to see as many March for Babies t-shirts out there this year. The next slide tells us about the other incentives that are available. We have a $250 incentive, a $500 incentive, all the way up to $10,000 incentive. So these are just some great ways to incentivize individuals for fundraising. So I encourage you to reach for your goals and set a goal high so that you can receive some of those fun prizes that we have to give out this year. And I'll hand it over to Jeff.
Jeff was unable to be here with us today, and so I'm going to go ahead and step in for his part. Volunteers are always needed. March of Dimes offices are around the country and always looking for volunteers to make the March for Babies a success. Connect with your local office and sign up to volunteer. We are volunteer driven and staff supported, so we need volunteers to be successful.
I'd like to thank all of you for being here. March for Babies is just the beginning. Stay connected to the March of Dimes year-round because the problems of birth defects, premature birth, and infant loss are still affecting so many families, and we need your help. Whether you love a healthy child or a baby who has been born prematurely, or a baby born with a birth defect, or you lost a baby you love, we are going to work together to give every baby a fighting chance.
For more information, you can contact Meredith Repick at 843-614-3355 or at mrepick@marchofdimes.org. You can also reach out to your FBLA and PBL national officers and the national staff for more information about the March of Dimes.
On behalf of the FBLA and PBL officer teams, I would like to thank Meredith for being on the
for being on this call with us. With the help of passionate leaders such as Meredith, it is possible for us to leave our legacy of leadership with the March of Dimes. We hope to see your state on stage at the National Leadership Conference for contributing the most to the March of Dimes or for receiving a March of Dimes grant. Thank you to FBLA and PBL national officers for being so passionate about upholding our values of service. Good night, and thank you.
Also, please remember to hashtag FBLA and PBL and hashtag March of Dimes on any photos you upload